Hi, this is Nellie's Farm. It's September 2nd, 2024. Like I said on my last video about the mosquitoes, I'll show you around a little bit in the garden, but it's been very disappointing this year. That's why I haven't done a lot of garden videos, and plus my health has been really struggling this summer. I'm just now feel like I'm bouncing back. But you know what? I didn't give up. I have planted more seeds. Yes, I have. Look at this. This little guy has been here for a few hours. Isn't he beautiful? He loves these marigolds. These marigolds just now finally bloomed, by the way. They were late. Now, we haven't had any shortage of bees. In a lot of places, they say they haven't had any bees. Well, we don't have that problem, thank goodness. And here is my best pepper plant. It's cayenne pepper, and I've been picking the red ones off. My son loves them. He said it took him by surprise how hot they were. I've got more in my basil. This is my best basil plant. It's going to seed. I'll probably save those. I've got some tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes did better than the rest. The mugwort, guys. Remember the mugwort. I smoke it every single day. I've got it planted in several places. I found out that it's so easy to grow. It's reseeding itself like this one. Now, they do best in the ground, not in pots, I found out. I did both because I wanted to find out. So what I really wanted to do this video about today is something really, really serious. Turkey has applied a few months back to join BRICS, BRICS, which is, of course, Russia, Brazil, India, China, South Africa, plus a few more countries. It is their own financial system meant to destabilize the U.S. dollar, which is the world's reserve currency, of course. And Turkey has the second largest military in NATO. We're the first, of course, America. Okay, think about the implications of that. So I guess the EU is basically giving Turkey the finger, for years. And they're tired of it. Now, I expected something like this because Turkey's went back and forth, I haven't been able to figure out why they're still even in NATO because they really don't seem like they're an ally of ours. So it sounds like that's about to end. Now, that is big. Big, 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 guys. This will destabilize NATO, in my opinion. Not that I'm some military expert, because I'm certainly not. But this is very, very big. Not just for the military standpoint, but also the economic standpoint. Turkey's economy is going to probably explode because of this. It's going to be good. And guess what will happen to the U.S. dollar? It's going to go down more. And even though the stock market looks good, okay, that is because it's artificially inflated. Those numbers are artificial, and that's so the big guys can keep making their money while they still can, while the ship is sinking. But they're going to jump ship one of these days, and that's when it's all going to crash like a big house of cards, basically. My sunchokes have basically, you guys remember I planted little sunchoke tubers. They're everywhere. But so are morning glories. And I'm going to do a separate sunchoke video, by the way. I've never seen so many morning glories. Look, they just wrap themselves around everything, including the weeds. They took over that's my compost bin down there, believe it or not, even though you can't hardly see it. The yellow flowers of the sunchokes, you can dig up the tubers under the ground and eat them like potatoes. They're the perfect prepper food because nobody even knows they're there. Nobody knows where they are, what they are. So these things have just taken off. I mean, they are everywhere. These sunchokes, they reseeded themselves everywhere. So many that I had to pull some of them out in the garden area. So the mugwort seems to do the same thing. So I hit the jackpot on those, huh? Because, I mean, some people are born with a green thumb, but I'm not one of them. I'm learning, though. I'm trying. Look at all these, look at all of these morning glories. They open up. They tend to open up towards the evening. They're just everywhere. I love them. Now the blue ones I have growing on the porch, they kind of started themselves there. These I think I might have planted, these pink purplish ones. But the blue ones basically they've grown by themselves here since I've lived here. But they're everywhere. They're even in the grass. This is my little cucumber patch because my other ones did not really do well, but I've got more, planted more seeds. Anyway, um, it's really scary to think of what's about to happen, especially for our military people. I worry about them. I pray for them because they're caught in the middle, of all of this. So Turkey will likely be kicked out of NATO, of course, and then the war that's mentioned in Ezekiel, I think it's Ezekiel 38, will probably take place after that, I would imagine. I mean, I can't believe. Can you guys just believe that Americans are invading Russia right now and there's hardly a word about it anywhere? I mean, World War III is already happening, but I don't think most people realize it, you guys. 78 cities so far have been invaded in Russia from NATO, which of course they say it's Ukraine, but it's NATO too, and it's US made weapons. So, to make the situation worse with our relationship with Turkey, an American soldier on duty on a US warship, he was sent to the region to protect Israel. He arrived at the port as Izmir. I think I'm saying that right. Izmir had a sack put on his head and rushed away. This was done by the Turkish Youth Union, also called the TGB, I guess. Now, they say this is to avenge the Turkish troops because apparently Americans did this same thing to Turkish soldiers in Iraq many years ago when we invaded Iraq. This event is known as the Hood Event. Following the U.S.-led invasion of Iraq, American troops arrested a group of Turkish special forces that were in the northern part of the country. Now, I did get an update on that soldier. He's been released. Thank goodness. See, that tells you, that things are getting a little more strained with Turkey, between Turkey and America. I'm going to try to keep this brief. I wanted to tell you because this is big news, you guys. Now, most Americans probably wouldn't even bat their eyelash at kind of news like this, okay? And here comes Mindy Kitty. The reason why is because they're ignorant and the real news is rarely on TV. The regular news is usually propaganda and lies and things they want you to be thinking about. And that's why I don't even watch regular news. Sorry about that. I just look at alternative news for the most part. If I do watch any regular news, it's just to see what they're feeding the masses. Mini. Those are sweet potatoes that I planted. That's a potato plant. I planted some potatoes yesterday too, guys. It should be ready before the frost because, here in northeast Alabama, I say this now, but we shouldn't have frost for a few months out still because it's nice and warm here, thank goodness. But this one is, the long ones are actually ginger too. This is ginger. Remember when I planted the ginger? Well, this is the ginger, but the sweet potatoes are just draped over everything. So the ginger's growing. As you can see, it's part of there's the ginger right there. I'm probably going to put some little soil over that though. So, yeah, lots of sweet potatoes, I hope. I planted some Swiss chard too and more cucumbers. Trying to get a few more things in before it gets cold because I didn't get a lot out of my garden this year. Well, I'm going to sign off now, and I just wanted to do a quick garden update, and I wanted to share this really important information with you. I'm doing my fundraiser again because I am between jobs, and now that I'm a little stronger, I'm starting to look again. Thank you for watching, and I really hope you guys are having a great holiday weekend. God bless everybody. Have a safe week.